This man has a whole family, y'all. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. He has a whole family, bro. Like, YouTube. What's good, man? Today we have the hidden details you missed from Mushoku Tensei Season 3 trailer by Annie News. Damn, he got 700k subs. That's crazy. But anyways, y'all know what this. By the title, y'all already know how this video gonna go. With that being said, bro, if y'all want any more Mushoku Tensei-esque reactions or anything, let me know down in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. And if you don't know me, my name is Shaun the Don, man. Welcome to the Don Crew. I come in at it with the
Tensei's trailers are always a treat. They're not just Mushoku Tensei's trailers are always a treat. They're not just compilations of random scenes from the anime, but instead tell a story in and of itself. Like, there's so many telling frames and hidden details that I thought it would be fun to point them all out. A deep dive into what the trailer showed and potentially what to expect.
Oh boy, Rudy is great.
Keep in mind, I have only read up to where the anime ends, so anything I talk about will be spoiler-free.
Okay.
It's just my own analysis and speculation. A fun video I wanted to make since I've been missing Mushoku Tensei a lot. So, to start with frame 1, here we have Rudy writing into a diary. Looks like he's following in the footsteps of Roselle and has started recording his life in his native language. Not any of the new ones he learned upon reincarnation.
Okay.
For those curious on what it says exactly, the first line is, "Starting today I'll keep a diary," while the second gets cut off at, "These past 10 days have been really something." I'm sure it's fair to assume something so eventful happened, Rudy now feels the need to write it down, but considering how he never did the same for anything else that happened in his life, you gotta think whatever it is must be crazy.
Right, I feel that.
If what we see in the trailer
that's not crazy. That's not crazy to say.
What those events may be, then you already know things are gonna get hectic. First, we have a bit more of that slice of life, though, showing Rudy, his family, his siblings, and his newborn.
Dude, this dude Rudy has, like, bro, I don't know if it's just me, but it's like, bro, I feel like I watched my little brother grow up or some shit. Like, this man has a whole family, y'all. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. He has a whole family, bro. Like, what are we saying?
It's probably just the spring or summertime, as one might expect. A little bit of time has passed. I wouldn't say it's been too long, though, as Rudy's baby still looks like a newborn. So my guess would be that somewhere between 3 to 6 months have passed. Aisha and Norn seem to be getting along a bit better now, while it looks like Zenith might be getting the REM treatment. It does appear that things have normalized with regards to how to deal with her, but that person she was before is still missing.
Don't bring her REM right now.
Still trying his best to figure out a way to fix her. It just seems like he's accepted the way things have turned out for now. Now, there's no surprise Sylphie and Roxy are getting along just fine too, so next we get to a frame with Zanaba. He and Cliff are continuing their research on the automaton, while Julie is mastering her craft with earth magic. What's rather interesting...
Dude, I know this is off topic, but thank God Crunchyroll disabled their comments, bro. Because Mushoku Tensei comments, that shit was toxic. Like, Crunchyroll did a smart thing by deleting that shit.
The non-mechanical nature of its insides. Like, we already knew the magic circles and the engravings of them had a hand in its operation, but to see clearer the inner workings of it suggests that it was more than that. Clearly, whatever this ore is, it's the source of its power. It's tough to make any speculations as to what function the surrounding areas provide as well, but I imagine their in-depth research would eventually allow the two to replicate it. Perhaps it's something they're already in the process of doing, as we do see Zanaba holding a wooden hand of sorts. It might even be the same hand we see Rudy have later on in the trailer. Next, we have Linnea and Persena, surprisingly going at it over something I would imagine is not very serious.
Not for they always fucking
really be anything, but the overdramatic nature of the shot leads me to believe it's probably just filler for them. You know, a means of including them while showing what they're up to. Shortly
that's just their vibe, bro.
Nanahoshi, and it's here where I think her role is gonna get bigger. Mainly because what she's looking at and who we see later on in the trailer suggests the two might be reuniting soon. What is
Mushoku Tensei definitely deserve a rewatch. But bro, what I was gonna say too is like, well, what point was I trying to make? I guess the point I was gonna make with her is like, and I think I made it when I was reacting to one of my previous Mushoku Tensei videos. It was just like, she still has a desire to go home. She still has a desire for certain things that Rudius may not have. It's like, this is his new home. He doesn't, like, when he think about his past world, he learning from it and the mistakes he did and things that he could do now to fill that hole he left in himself. But it's like with her is different, you feel me? So she has that mysterious aura about her
This is the
still.
floating castle of the armored Dragon King, a man you may recognize as Perugius. We first saw him in his castle in Season 1, and even his servant Almonfi during his encounter with Ghislaine. For those who don't remember though, there was that whole mana disturbance in the Fatoa region,
Yeah,
and
okay.
Perugius believed it might have been someone trying to undo the seal of the demon god. He was, after all, one of the 3 legendary heroes who defeated the demon god Laplace.
That frame is deadly. He looks so killer right there.
Involvement there, after which he's made no appearances since.
Right.
I do believe he had some influence over Nanahoshi's research on summoning magic, but in terms of direct appearances, there were none. That being the case, I'm pretty pumped to see him come into a more prominent role. I'll talk more about that in just a bit, but first I got something super nostalgic to share with you. Ever watch these guys growing up? Well, Raid Shadow Legends has collabed with Paramount to considering his affection towards Sylphie.
WF,
My number one guess would be that this is...
And they start putting the ad at the
but
beginning,
nothing really
huh?
more to add to that. Next, November 13th. Now,
That's funny.
here we have
It's funny that
the
they
classic Shirika pose,
Hey, they
but
upgrading these
nothing
ads,
really more
y'all.
to add to that. Next comes a truly aggressive form of conflict. Unlike the earlier bout between Linnea and Persena, this beef between Rudy and Luke looks actually serious. There's definitely a number of reasons for why I could speculate on Luke's anger, but considering his affection towards Sylphie, my number one guess would be that this is him finding about his affair with Roxy. That or Rudy has to go on another journey that leaves behind both Roxy and Sylphie.
Yeah.
Either way, the only way Luke is getting this pissed is if Rudy is doing something that wrongs Sylphie somehow. I don't think he would get this mad even if it was a dispute regarding Ariel. Here we have something pretty interesting, since at first I couldn't even tell what it was. Mainly because the futuristic design of it makes it seem like it doesn't really belong in this universe.
Hi.
Well, the more I looked at it, the more the background started to stand out to me. It started to look a bit like the Tower Knight from Demon Souls. That's when I pieced together that this was in fact a helmet, so I'm guessing this is some sort of high-tech piece of armor. Likely a creation of Rudius, Zanaba, and Cliff. It doesn't look like there's much space for someone.
Ain't Cliff the back door though?
Inside, so there's a chance this could even be them trying.
I'm not
to
tripping,
create
yeah.
their own
Maybe
automaton.
not. I'm trying to really remember this
For
series off the top of my
whoever it is
head,
and
but
whatever they're planning on using it against, this is some pretty heavy-duty machinery.
it was one of the students
Next,
of
we have Ghislaine, and if she's here, then
Damn.
that means Eris must be too. Or I'm just heavy on copium since we haven't seen her in years.
Yeah, we haven't seen
I
Eris
doubt this is
for
Ghislaine visiting Rudy and Renoa though, so I'm guessing this is a look back into her time with Eris. There is, however, the possibility it's otherwise, since if we fast forward to this scene here, there's a brief instance where we can see Rudy with someone that looks like her. Now, I'm no expert on catgirls, but that hair is definitely unmistakable. So if this does in fact turn into
Bro
a reunion
said-
between Ghislaine and Rudy, then I'm fully here for that encounter as well.
bro said I'm not.
It's just strange
Hey,
to
he's
see her
funny.
with such
He
a
got
warm
it.
smile on her face. I mean, it's not often we get to see her have what seems like a heart-to-heart with someone.
You know the anime, like one thing
I'm not
oh
sure
shit.
what it is.
One thing I'll say about anime, bro, it's like, dog, this trailer was maybe a minute and 30, maybe 2 minutes. Bro made a 16-minute video. Take out the ad, 14 minutes. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, the depth that anime brings to the table is just like none other. I know people from all times have gone crazy over sources of media and literature, but even still with anime, bro, to this day, I still stand surprised at the depths that these fandoms go to, bro. Like, I enjoy this show. I be thinking that I enjoy shows and that a show inspired me. That's how I be feeling when I watch, especially MUSHOKU TENSEI, for example. But then I get on here, I get on the social media shit, get on YouTube, and I see like they break down every movement, bro. And it's like whether they read source material, which I believe he did, or well, I believe most of the people that say things that I don't know or like I kind of overlook, damn near read the source material. I'll say that for sure, cause like it ain't too many things I missed, but even still, they be coming, bro, with like a binder full of facts and shit that you never would have thought of. Like, bro, how did you even see that?
Next scene goes hand in hand with this one.
Like,
but
so much
I wouldn't
happened,
be
bro.
surprised if it does. Reason being that here we have Ariel drinking her tea, not in her usual student outfit. This leads me to believe this isn't the campus of the Magic Academy and is instead potentially wherever this place is. The only reason I'm hesitant to fully commit and say it is because despite us seeing Rudy, Perugius, and Zanaba here, Ariel is nowhere to be seen. So perhaps it is just a separate scene and location all on its own. Either way, the big question regardless is why is Rudy meeting with Perugius? We already know why Nenahoshi has a vested interest herself, but for Rudy his questions could pertain to anything.
Right.
Aside from that, the implications of this scene are also limitless. I don't think just anyone can gain an audience with the Armored Dragon King, so my guess would be that Nenahoshi had a hand in it. It is somewhat implied she became a mutual acquaintance after her time with Orsted. So, this could very well be within the floating castle itself, as I doubt Perugius is showing up to meet anyone anywhere else. As for this new character here, I'll talk about them more in another scene since I think it'll make more sense in that context. For now, here we have the crew back in the Demon Continent. Perhaps looking for a way to Perugius, or perhaps looking for answers to Zenith's affliction. Whatever the reason may be, I'm hoping they made use of the teleportation circles. It seems like a good way to speed from point A to point B without all those travel sequences. I mean, we can't have Rudy losing years of his life constantly traveling.
No, for real.
This scene I also believe is in the Demon Continent too, as it's one with Rudy and Ghislaine exploring what looks like the ruins of a library. It's tough to tell.
We really seen my boy grow up. That shit crazy.
I think the person alongside them is Sylphie. So potentially we have Rudy, Sylphie, and Ghislaine exploring the ruins of the Demon Continent. There is the possibility this isn't Sylphie though, since I would expect at least one of the parents to be home taking care of their kid. I mean, yeah, I guess they have Roxy too, but it'd be pretty wild to have her take care of a kid that's not even hers.
Nah, facts.
Especially when she go out adventuring, no less. As for the ruins itself, the whole place seems absolutely massive.
Dude.
If it's to scour for knowledge regarding...
Also, let me know if the audio is decent in these videos. Let me know.
It's from here the trailer takes a more serious turn, first with Rudy staring deeply into a fire. You can tell he's at yet another crossroads, likely a tough decision like how he needed to decide whether to go save Roxy or not. The next three scenes are the ones that leave me the most confused though, as they're just so vague and completely irrelevant to the plot. Well, upon first glance anyway. So, first we have some crystal.
See what I'm saying? Like, who looked that hard at that sword? At that putt on my phone.
Depiction of someone being burned
him.
Across
y'all did. I know y'all did.
Seen before. Well, technically that's not true if you've watched the entire trailer, but I'll save my speculation of it for the end. For now, the fact they showed these scenes right after Rudy's worried gaze suggests to me at least that it could be the reason for it. What it could mean though I'll talk about at the end. Next, we have two more new characters, one carrying herself the same way you'd expect Kashirika to, while the other looks like a bodyguard of sorts. Considering how there's so many Demon Kings, Demon Empresses, and whatever else, I would imagine that this is yet another powerful member of the demon race. That or a poser who likes to think themselves as a prominent leader. You never really know when it comes to the demon clan. More characters are always better though, so
and all these damn personalities
they end up taking. Here we have Zanaba running away from Alina Lise, but once again it's one of those conflicts I don't imagine are very serious. Besides, regardless of what Alina Lise does,
that's really her
I'm
grandma,
sure Zanaba
bro.
will turn out just fine.
Zanaba's
have that extreme durability after.
Nah, he's different, bro.
Next, we have another set of characters we've never seen before. First with Gal from Street Fighter. Considering he's doing some fancy sword tricks, my guess is that he's a high-ranking practitioner of the North God style. If that is the case, then perhaps the character after is a high-ranking member of another style. I can't really add much since they're both people we haven't seen before, but they could be people that have been mentioned in passing. You know, just like how Perugius was mentioned multiple times in Season 1. Now, this here is the reason I'm most excited for Season 3, since if Orsted's in a fight, that means I'm hooked all the way through. I mean, the man is quite literally a walking aura farmer. You already know he's gonna steal whatever scenes he's in. Whether that means he's taking a more prominent role or just a passing one, well, that's what we're gonna have to wait to find out. I'm really hoping it's more than just one episode this time.
Come on, bro. This is
I
peak.
feel bad for whoever or whatever he's up against.
Not for real. Look at him. Come out the smoke.
Way more serious than he did the last time we saw him. This next scene brings us back to Perugius, and the people surrounding him are actually summons we should have learned about back in Season 1. For a quick cut content recap, back when Perugius fought against Laplace, he had made use of his greatest strength to summon 12 familiars. all of which went under the aliases of Void, Dark, Bright, Surge,
Chill out, bro.
Violent Earthquake, Time, Roaring Thunder, Destruction, Insight, Insanity, and Atonement. It was with them that he was able to restore the old Fortress Chaos Breaker and use it in their final battle against Laplace. Even then, they still weren't strong enough to fully destroy Laplace, so what they did instead was seal him away. So, these are his 12 familiars, a product of his summoning magic he's known to be a master of. Now, we've already met Almonfi the Bright, but this is the first time we're seeing the other 11, all of which I'm sure are incredibly powerful. I'd keep an eye on the winged one standing next to Perugius, since she seems like the one that might be the most important.
She got aura too. One black wing? Come on, bro.
Hammering home the idea that he's gonna be a pretty major character. After that is an action shot with Rudy, I assume in the Demon Continent, casting a new type of magic. Stone Cannon is nothing new, but his combination of it with lightning is certainly different. What's interesting is how the whole casting process is done here. The earth magic is clearly being influenced by his staff, while the lightning seems to stem from his other hand. The two are then combined and released from his offhand.
Like I said, y'all got it, bro. Ain't no way. Perhaps that's the method of casting this new type of magic. In the last scene, we get a longer entry from Rudy's diary, roughly detailing an experiment that proved to be a success, then something about Roxy spending time with someone's family while Sylphie and Ariel accompany Rudy somewhere. The date is day 35 of the year 425, which is a good chunk of time after the events of Season 2. You see, Rudy had first gone to the academy in the year 422, married Sylphie the year after, then had his first child the year after that. So, whenever it's been 11 years.
Written, it was at least a few months after where we left off in Season 2. Now, aside from the foreboding, a few months after that. So, whenever this entry was then had his first child in the year 422. You see, Rudy had first gone to the academy time after the event is day 35 of the year 425, which is a good chunk of time after
425. Okay, never mind. About a year. I said 435.
A few months after where we left off in Season 2.
How about I said, bro, nah, something ain't right. Math ain't math.
Affecting Rudy's diary after.
So they don't look that much older, my nigga. The fuck.
The end does, however, confirm everything I'd been hoping for, and that's that Eris is 100% coming back. Not only that, her line clearly indicates she's reuniting with Rudius. Now, there's a potential number of reasons for why that could be, but that's not what I want to talk about. What is her sword? Not the iconic one we saw.
Oh, that's the one that was in the photo.
But rather this new one bearing some intricate designs on both its guard and lower end. If we go back to those vague frames I was talking about earlier, it's pretty obvious that this sword here is the one that Eris is holding here. I'm not sure I like the message that's being implied by it being in a pool of blood, but perhaps that's the reason why Rudy is so worried. I'd hate to think that something terrible happens to Eris, but now that we know this is her sword, I'm starting to get a bit worried. It brings into question whether the two previous frames also carry foreboding messaging. That's as far as my analysis goes, though, so if you have your own speculations, then let me know in the comments. Just remember, I've only read up to where the anime is.
WVid, bro. WVid, bro. WVid. Let me like this motherfucker. WVid, bro. Next season be a masterpiece. Yeah, they can't A. I'm talking about you go to comment, bro. I'm talking about, bro. You can't A. Dude, let's go ahead and get about this video, y'all. Hey, look, they about to hey, look. I think cause it's his video, they're gonna be tamed and act like they got common sense and not just straight out spoil it in the comment section. But bro, I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't look this shit up on the internet. I wouldn't be on any social media like, bro. On my For You page, I don't get no anime content. Why am I saying this? Basically, I'm saying I do not get spoiled, bro. So it's just like I referenced during this reaction when I said, bro, Crunchyroll. When I'm telling y'all, bro, Crunchyroll comments, that shit was fucking AIDS. Like, you go in there, bro, you're getting spoiled. They talking shit, like it's so toxic. So it's like I'm happy I could just enjoy the show for what it is. And then, like, I know season 3 about to be crazy. We're just gonna leave it there. I don't want to know what happens. I don't want to speculate. I just want to sit there and watch it happen right in front of me. And if I had to, I'll shed a tear. And if I got to, I'll jump for joy. Whatever I need to do to express my feelings when I watch this show, I want to be able to do it for the first time. I don't want to feel like Damn, bro, I already knew this was gonna happen. So let's keep it going, y'all. This is a W video. Like I said, kind of give us an idea what we're looking forward to. So with that being said, man, 2026, man. My name is Shaun. Welcome to the Don Crew, and I'll see you guys in the next reaction video, man. Peace.